in the year 6 scheme of work for spring 1, there are 2 packs of lesson. Okay, so your first lesson is your back to school kind of Happy New Year lesson. You could also explore Epiphany as well if you wanted instead. We've got an activity if you prefer to do that. And then the main topic in year 6 this half term is sports, investigating sports. So your first lesson back, like I said, either Epiphany or New Year. So there's a game. If you prefer to go down the route of Happy New Year, you can play a game. That's called the forfeit game, and there's a whole lesson plan on that. And then if you'd rather do Epiphany, then we have a comprehension activity. I actually wrote that little text about Epiphany a few years ago. It is quite challenging, so I would say probably with your higher ability groups. And it's the tradition of Epiphany, sort of simply explained, but it's quite a big, long paragraph of writing. If you follow the scheme of work and you've taught the class before, they will know about this tradition, so they can use what they know. They should be able, as they are reading, exploring the text, they should be able to remember some of the traditions of Epiphany in the target language country. And then the second unit, investigating sports, it's looking at sports noun. And because we're in year 6, we're obviously taking it a little bit further, and we are looking at expressing a like or a dislike, and also opinions about sport. So in the lesson, you're looking at nouns for sports, and the actual content is quite simple because there are lots of cognates or semi-cognates. So you quickly can sort of progress to simple sentences, and we look at the difference between the verbs here, to play and to do a sport. So you can quickly sort of move on to using the noun in a sentence, I play or I do the sport, and looking at verb conjugation a little bit. And in actual fact, there is an activity on the verb to play and a sport. That's quite sort of an active lesson, a performance where each table has a part of the verb to play, and they choose a sport and they have to practice saying their phrase, I play or we play, and the sport, as they are miming that. So if you have 7 different groups for the 7 pronouns, you can do the whole verb paradigm. Then obviously children will love to talk about their likes and their dislikes, which sports do they enjoy doing, which ones they don't like, and opinions. And you can then take this to working on a little debate between the children. So I like this, and then they're reacting to each other's statements. So, oh yes, me too, or oh no, I hate this. So that I think Joanne's done that in the past, and that's worked really, really well. A lot of spoken activities. And then at the end of this unit, there is a lesson plan on how do you play this sport. So what equipment do you use? So I play this with a ball, I play this with a racket, or which where do they play the game? I do this at the pool. So playing little guessing games. But what you're doing there, you're challenging the children to speak in sentences. They're going to be asking each other's questions, trying to guess what sport you're describing. Have a look at the example of a school's work. There are lots of pictures to give you ideas on what you can do in this unit. Have a look at the consolidation sheets. There are a lot of them. And I think there is one that links to the alien as well. Yeah, there is one. Have a look also in the snapshots of the lesson snapshot. We used to produce this after a lesson observation. So they are other teachers, if you like, teaching a lesson from the scheme of work on sports here. And there are 2 different ones to give you ideas on how to do it and how it works in the classroom.